What are my thoughts on microtransactions in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel? Let's talk about it. Geek Game is an amazing community with awesome people who love to talk about everything geeky in gaming. Their Facebook and Twitter pages host awesome discussions about everything in those genres and are always full of awesome content that you should check out. They also have a YouTube channel and Twitch stream where they host their weekly live streams, talking about anything from pop vinyls to comic books to video games and more. I personally am also going to be making appearances on these streams. So go check them out and become part of this awesome community today, as they help make these videos possible. I personally am part of this community and I love it, so special thanks to Geek Game for sponsoring this video. What's going on, guys? J.Bandicoot here, back with another video, and today we're going to go over my thoughts about microtransactions in Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel. Now, I've seen a lot of polarizing comments and thoughts on every social media platform available on the planet, talking about people's views and opinions regarding microtransactions, especially in Nitro Fuel. Today, I'm going to be laying out how I personally feel about it. So first and foremost, I completely respect both sides of the argument. Microtransactions are a scary thing, and while it may be easy to write off this addition to our new favorite game as Activision trying to print free money, I think there's a little bit more to it than that. Yes, Activision has a history of implementing these same practices into their other games, but the way they're implementing it in CTR is a little bit different. For one, most of the valid arguments that have been made against these microtransactions is that Activision is pushing the notion that these transactions are optional. The argument that these actions and implementations are bad boil down to the status symbol that these in-game cosmetics represent. See, despite the fact that these items are only cosmetics in the game and add no additional in-game advantage, popular games such as Fortnite have been the source of bullying in social atmospheres such as schools for little kids, or even teenagers. The phrase default has been increasing as an insult in today's youth, referring to players that have only unlocked the default skins in the game, and, as kids do, bully each other due to the one person's inability to gain additional skins as a status symbol. This argument has been used to claim that peer pressure will be a factor in getting children to purchase additional Wumpa coins for Nitro Fuel, but Fortnite and CTR are two different beasts. For one, the two most sought after skins in Crash Team Racing, Digital Entropy and Motorsport Tawna, can only be unlocked by doing things that cannot be purchased in the game. Digital Entropy can only be unlocked by beating Oxide's time trials in the game, and Motorsport Tawna could only be unlocked via the Nitro gauge system that has nothing to do with Wumpa coins. Sure, one could argue that Motorsport Tawna will be going to the pit stop and be acquirable through Wumpa coins at some point or another, but the initial method was there to unlock her for free for an entire month. As a result, the comparison to Fortnite doesn't really hold up here, as there are easier and less expensive ways of unlocking those skins and holding the status symbol associated with them. It is important to remember that the skins don't change anything about the game's mechanics, and with this argument out of the way, proves that Nitro Fueled isn't a game where skins as status symbols really matter. If you want to purchase additional Wumpa coins in the game, that's your decision. I've already seen hundreds of people asking where they can purchase Wumpa coins because they would like to expedite their process. If you don't want to purchase any Wumpa coins, don't. That's your decision. You also have to keep in mind all of the additional content that is being added to the game for free. The Grand Prix, the addition of new characters, carts, tracks, which all of those take man-hours on the parts of both Beenox and Activision. You can't feasibly continue this business model without additional help during the production period of these Grand Prix. That's just not how that works. Without the money, the project gets shut down, and the game stops receiving support and updates. However, with this microtransaction edition, players can both boost their reserves of Wumpa coins while simultaneously helping out the studio responsible for this game, enabling them to continue working on it and produce future content for us down the road. In my mind, it's a win-win for all involved. Now this statement may come off as naive to some, as many people point to this addition as a progressive downslide on the part of Activision. The famed foot-in-the-door effect will allow them to keep getting away with more and more. However, I'm not sure that Nitro Fueled is a game that can be continually exploited without fans beginning to notice. For example, if Activision cut the rates that players received Wumpa coins in efforts to have them buy the coins with real money through the shop, players would take notice and quit playing the game because they don't want to pay for Wumpa coins and they're that against microtransactions. And Activision knows this full well. They are well aware of their reputation within the video games industry, and they are definitely smarter than most people give them credit for. They would not go out of their way to sabotage their own product and leave them with more hatred from the community. At this stage, the way Activision is operating now, that would be an utter death sentence. They've come under fire time in and time out for these microtransactions, and the one game that they actually have control over to give the players what they want, if they were to manipulate that, there is no way they'd be coming back from it. They are definitely being careful with this, and they want to keep as many people engaged, while at the same time continuing to make money on their product so they can simultaneously cut a profit and continue working on the game so that everyone's happy. These kinds of multi-million-dollar companies cannot make continuous mistakes, or they'll lose the very fans that made them multi-millionaires in the first place. In my view, this is nothing more than a way to support the game, while at the same time allowing players to purchase the skins and carts they want. In other games, it may be a completely different issue, but in Nitro Fueled, I see nothing but the green light. But those are just my thoughts on microtransactions and CTR Nitro Fueled. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching, it really does mean the world to me. If you liked what you saw here, be sure to subscribe if you aren't already, and hit that thumbs up button as well as the notification bell to stay updated with my videos. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.